Hey guys, Disciple Tarot here with a new video. We are going to be using the Lost Hollow Tarot to look at your ex. So what we want to do today is, of course, another 3-card spread, and the focus will be, the first card will be your ex's thoughts. The second card will be their feelings. And the third card will be their wishes. So slightly different from intentions because I just wanted to tackle that third placement, that third card in a different way. And that is looking at what they wish for. So let's just say, once we get to your reading, that the focus, the overall theme is that they want to get back together with you. The wish would be that they want to get back with you, right? And so it's not necessarily an intention because they may or may not act on it. Of course, that would, be specific to your specific situation regardless. But I want to look at their wishes. What are they wishing for regarding you? So their thoughts, their feelings, and their wishes towards you. So just a quick note before we get started. I was unable to do our live stream last night. I do apologize because some technical difficulties all on me. It was definitely my fault. And so we should be good to go for next Sunday. So the plan will be exactly the same. It will be next Sunday, the 26th at 6 p.m. Central Time. So please just keep that in mind. It'd be great to have a few of you stop by and join me for some free readings, and we can talk, just have a good conversation, a fun time, and just spend an hour or something together. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that for next weekend, with this weekend. So let's get your cards. What are your pick-a-cards? Well, things are already getting interesting. We have the 3 of Swords. Which is sorrow. Okay. Almost dropped the whole deck. The cards are not wanting to pop out, so that is great. Oh, there we go, we got one. We got the 9 of Wands, Fortitude. Okay, and what is the third card? And the 9 of Swords, Cruelty. So I think this is going to be some good old deep reading today. All right, I'm excited for these. Okay, guys, so please just take a second, see which card really connects to you, which one you really like, what's connecting, what's resonating, and I will see you at your timestamp below. All right, you guys picked, you were brave, I suppose, to pick the 3 of Swords, Sorrow. So if you were drawn to this card, then sort of the overall theme of your reading today is that, well, of sorrow, it is that there is deep regret, longing, pain on your ex's part. This can connect to you as well, and obviously when I get more cards, I'll be able to understand this card itself better. But I would say the gist right now, as we start this reading, it is very much focused on your ex. They are feeling sorrow. So maybe they broke things off with you and they regret it. Maybe they miss you. Maybe they're with someone else and it is painful being, away from you. Things like that. So sorrow. Let's get your ex's thoughts. That will be the first card. What are their thoughts? The Hierophant. They are seeking more information about you. Their mind is alight with thoughts about you. If they're spiritual at all, then they are connecting to the divine. They are praying, they are hoping, they are wishing for you, but they are wishing for, I would say, again, without getting any more cards, they are wishing for a way to get back with you. They are missing you. Their thoughts are on that of communication. The Hierophant is of communication and knowledge, spiritual knowledge. So they are possibly trying to divinely speak to you in the sense of prayer or something like that, depending on their spiritual background or anything like that. But also they just wish that they were talking to you. They may be really thinking about communicating with you, wanting to talk to you. Okay, so let's get their feelings. What are their feelings, however? Hopefully this situation is resonating with you. This is a pretty powerful one. I mean, we have the Three of Swords. So, again, sorrow. It is a heavy situation. They are definitely feeling it. You can be feeling it too. Regardless of their sex or gender identity or anything, this person is very much feminine right now. They are sort of hiding they're hiding their emotions even from themselves in some ways, keeping it to themselves, keeping it very private with the High Priestess here. Number 2 of the Major Arcana. You have 2 Major Arcana cards. This is pretty powerful. But yeah, with the High Priestess, they are hiding. There is, regardless of their actual thoughts and what they, want, again, we'll get to that third card here for wishes, so regardless of those aspects, their feelings are very strong, but they are very hidden. So let's just say, I think a good reason to bring this point up is because let's just say you're still in contact with your ex, like you're still friends or something like that. This is an example where you can't read them. It isn't obvious to you that there is sorrow and that they are wanting to talk to you. And in the case that they are maybe in contact with you, then they may actually be talking to you quite a bit, but you aren't able to detect their emotions. They're hidden. They're not like masking them in the sense of trying to, put up a mask and they're, maybe acting like they hate you instead or something like that. It's just that they are hiding them. They are internalizing them very much and they are wanting you, wishing for you to know how they feel. But again, the sorrow, this pain is very strong. So with the Hierophant, yeah, they really want to talk to you. They really want to communicate. But at this point in time, they are sort of hiding in the really deep feminine kind of realm of their emotions. Looking at the imagery here, it is like hiding. It's almost like they're bleeding and you're unable to see the wound. They're bleeding for you because how much they want you, they miss you, things like that. So let's get the third card, which will be wishes. What do they wish towards you? What do they wish for? Well, that came out quick. They just want you. I mean, like, just to put it plainly, the Nine of Pentacles, gain. They see you as theirs. This is possessive, not necessarily in a toxic way. It's not like this is a reversed King of Pentacles or something like that. This is just a Nine of Pentacles, gain. They see you as a means to happiness. They see much to gain by being with you. Literally, they wish for you to sort of upgrade their life. Since they are an ex, you were together before, what did you give them? Let's just say you were very dotting in a good way, and definitely in a way that they appreciated and respected and needed in their life. Let's just say you were a very good cook and you cleaned the house, and not that I'm saying you took care of them like a baby and they didn't do anything. I just mean you were very caring or something like that, and that's something they miss. There's much to gain by having you with them. Okay, so if that makes sense. So look at these cards here. In what ways have they, or do you believe they want to communicate with you? And I really am bringing that point up real quick because of the High Priestess. Because if you are in contact with them, they are hiding their emotions, right? And you're just like, what is up with them? Maybe you're getting weird vibes, or which would definitely be the case of the High Priestess, because it's all about emotional vibrations. So, if that's the case, then you're very like, what's going on here? But you could just be very intuitive or just very good at observing body language, and so their hidden feelings are showing a little bit. They're not showing them, but you're able to detect them, So in what ways would you agree with these two cards here, the first and the second card? In what ways do you see your person as needing to or wanting to communicate with you? And then with the third card here, they wish for you. They want to add you to their life, upgrade their own life with you, directly because of you, having you. In what ways did you benefit their lives? I think this is important to note because basically this is a decision needs to be made, right? If you've clicked on this video and you're interested in getting the thoughts and feelings and such, blah blah blah, of your ex, then clearly there may be interest there. You may be wanting to get back with them. If that is the case, then with the knowledge that I have presented here, what is the smart decision for you? Obviously, this is definitely where it's going to vary for all of you because it is a general reading. Was the relationship healthy? We're not even looking at if the relationship was healthy. I'm just literally looking at their thoughts, their feelings, and their wishes. This could have been the worst person ever, but you're just curious what's going on with them. And now you're like, okay, so they're kind of obsessing over me again. They want to add me to their collection here with the Knight of Pentacles. Like, it's going to be that whole jealousy game that we played before. And that's an example where you would say, okay, I know where they're at, but I'm going to have maybe an open conversation with them and say, I'm not interested. Or I've noticed you've been acting weird, what's going on? And let's just say they spill the beans, or you have to kind of pull it from them, get them to tell the truth. And then you learn, these facts here, and then you say, look, I'm just not interested. And the reason why I would bring that up is because, one, it is really important to be honest and have straightforward communication with others. And this is in the example that you're not interested, it's letting them know you're not so that they can move on. Of course, if this is a really toxic person and they're really obsessed or, clingy or something, then of course they could still cling regardless of what you say. I understand that. But what I mean is open communication is still preferable to just saying, oh, okay, they want me. Well, that sucks for them. You know what I mean? Like, use this opportunity to talk to them. Don't just leave them hanging, especially in the example that if you do want them, then definitely don't leave them hanging, right? Say, okay, I'm interested. We had just a silly mistake that we just had an argument and we broke up for dumb reasons, and I'm just curious where they're at. Here's where they're at, right? These three cards. And now you can go, okay, I'm going to confront them and we're going to have a conversation about this. Maybe to possibly get back together or at least to clear the air on things. So that is your reading, guys. There isn't really much else to say. This will, again, vary just depending on how the relationship was. Was this person toxic? Then you can use this information to cut cords with them, cut ties. And if you are interested in being with them, for example, then you can use this information to more confidently walk up to them and say, hey, let's talk about this. Because regardless of what I say to you here, there's nothing I can do about getting you back with your ex. You have to do the work. So with this knowledge here, these 3 cards, you can use this to go, hey, are you, do you need to say anything? The Hierophant, they may say yeah, or maybe they're a little nervous and saying no, but you can get it out of them. And then they start maybe opening up about their feelings here with the High Priestess. And then, this Nine of Pentacles is pretty obvious in the sense that they just wish for you, literally, to gain from having you in their life. So you don't really need to ask them about that necessarily. This is just knowledge for you. But you can use these 2 cards as an example to understand their emotions and what they're hiding. So anyway, yeah, this is your reading, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that greatness. If you would like to book a private session with me, you can do so through my email below. That would be great. It'd be great to work with you one-on-one on something, an issue you're having. Otherwise, if you would like to tip me, you can find my PayPal below. That definitely helps the channel out greatly. Otherwise, just please keep that live stream in mind. Fixing the camera. Please keep that live stream in mind for this Sunday. I would love to see you. So anyway, other than that, I will wish you a good day and take care, guys. Now, this can certainly represent either you or your partner, or just both of you, the connection, yada, yada. It will vary. I'll get more cards to decipher this a little bit better. But with the 9 of Wands, Fortitude, this is about strength, confidence, fortitude, obviously, but it is about, maybe a little bit of cockiness, arrogance. Well, maybe not arrogance, but, a little cocky, a little confident in themselves. Let's just, for information's sake, let's say this is just your ex right now. See these arrows, if you could see them, they are coming at this character's head, and they are sort of nonchalant about it. It's because they have that fortitude. They are confident in themselves. They have their defenses ready to go. Maybe it doesn't appear so, but they are ready for action. Nothing can stop them now, basically. So this could be again, we'll get more information with the other cards, but this fortitude, if it's representing your ex, I keep wanting to say your partner, your ex, then they may be not only wanting you, but feeling they deserve you or something. They may be soon, very soon. I don't know how soon, of course, I can't tell you that. But, soon they are wanting to make a move or something and gain you back. Or maybe they're appearing this strong after the breakup. And of course, getting more, the 3 next cards, this could show that this is a facade. But in general, they are very impervious. That's a good word right now. They're very impervious, but to what and why and all that we'll find out here. So what are their thoughts to start with? We got Justice. So there may be a little bit of arrogance, actually, and cockiness with this fortitude, at least going off the imagery of the card, since this is kind of a darker deck, the Lost Hollow. But Justice, they may feel a little entitled to you. They may see it as unfair that they don't have you. But this can also represent that they want to fix things. Justice, they want to make things fair and balanced, and they feel they have the strength. I mean, it'd be better, I suppose, if it was literally the strength card or something. But, they have the fortitude to do so. Again, I'll get more information, because this card can, just the way I'm interpreting it right now, it can really swing both ways, where they're being maybe arrogant or not. But with this Justice card, they may really feel it is unfair that you are not together. Maybe that they want to fix things. Again, this is a general reading, so this will all resonate in different ways for you guys. So, just listen and take what works, what works for you, and leave out what doesn't. But with this, you can see the character has a sword balancing, floating in one hand. That's sort of the sword of justice. It is upright, it is strong, it is fair, it is just. It does not cut what doesn't deserve to be cut. It is not malicious. In general, justice is not that way. So I would say this is a little bit more that they just feel it's unfair that they don't have you. The scales are not in their favor. Their life is unbalanced without you. They feel they need to get you back. Okay, I definitely need more cards for this reading just because it really can be swingy of which way it's going to go. Their feelings. The second card will be their feelings. What's your ex's feelings? They're very defensive. This is just the best word. It's valor. It may be justified, I suppose, in their situation, but the point is they're defensive. They are, seemingly fighting for you in their heart. Not only is this the Seven of Wands, so it is of passion and drive, but this is, in the placement of this 3-card spread, it is the feelings card, right? So this passion is deeply in their heart. They are fighting for you. Maybe they're fighting their insecurities, negativity, their friends who are telling them you guys weren't good together. Whatever it is, regardless if it's truthful or not, or justified or not, they are fighting. It's justified in their mind, of course, but they are fighting for you. Their feelings are very strong. They want you very badly. And I would say that's definitely the case because of justice here and things being unbalanced. Well, I wouldn't say things are necessarily unbalanced because it's not like this card was in reverse, though I take all cards in their positive and quote-unquote negative meanings, I suppose, as, putting it. Reverse cards are generally seen that way, but justice, they just feel that they deserve you. They want you. They want to fight for you. You guys were a good pair together. And then valor is them literally fighting for you emotionally. So again, just as I was talking about in the first reading for the first group of people, the first reading, I brought up the point that you could still be in contact with your ex, and that could be the case here. You may be in contact with your ex, and so they are literally fighting for you. Maybe you've had some other suitors or something, and your partner got into confrontations with them or with you. Again, whether that's a good thing or not, I suppose, if they're being toxic or not, that's up to you. You have to be able to discern that, because I can't tell everything from these cards. I'm not a mind reader or a fortune teller. I can't know everything about the situation. That's just impossible. So for you, you have to decipher whether these interactions, let's just say, if you are in contact with them, the Seven of Wands, if this is justified. Is it fair that they're acting the way they're acting, or no? And if you're not in contact with them, then this is something they're doing without your knowledge. Fighting for you, wanting for you, pining for you, seeking you as theirs, as fair, as being just. The act of going after you and thinking about you as being just. So let's get the next card, the third card. This will be their wishes. What do they wish in regards to you? They really do seek to fix things. So this definitely could have been a connection where they were definitely not justified in their actions. Again, this will vary. But this could be a situation where they did something wrong. And so their wish is to rectify the situation. Here with the Chariot, this is the card of the light and dark. It is about like acceleration. It is movement towards a climax. So this could really be them not only wanting to fix things or rectify things, but them making a move towards you. Their wishes to do so. Whether they do actually do that or not is up in the air and will vary for all of you, but their wishes to do so. And I think that is your reading. Yeah, if with the Justice here, there is balance to be had in their mind, and that is having you. The Valor is their emotional situation where they're feeling possibly defensive and such towards you, not having you and wanting you and fighting for you. Again, arguing with friends or, even family or whatever, your friends about being together. Maybe they've been talking about you and they've been being told, well, she doesn't like you anymore. He doesn't like you anymore. Or, they've moved on or you should move on. This is them clinging. Whether that's a good thing or not, once again, will vary, and you will have to determine that by understanding your own situation. But this Valor, this is them in the center of these figures, right, defending themselves regardless. And then they want to fix things here with the Chariot. So I would say bringing fortitude back into this. They very much feel, I think it is a little bit, but again, I don't want to sound outright negative because it will vary, but they do feel entitled to you. They do have this fortitude. They feel they're so close to getting you, or just that their passion or whatever is so high that they, deserve you outright. And so that's what their mind is sort of fixated on, is being fair for themselves. This could be a little arrogant, but they are seeing you as being the other coin, the other side of the coin for them. And then again, Valor, as I described in the Chariot. So yes, this is your reading, guys. I hope it helped. I really do. Please let me know down in the comments how this connects to you and what's going on in your situation. You don't have to go into, the nitty gritty, but, just letting me know that this helped you, that would be great. Otherwise, if you would like to book a private session with me, you can do so through my email below. We can work one-on-one on an issue such as this one. We can get into particulars for your situation or something. But other than that, you can tip me. I do have my PayPal below, and that helps me get new decks and things like that. So if you would like to tip, that would be very much appreciated. Otherwise, just remember the live stream next Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time, the 26th, 6 p.m. I will be doing free readings, giving out free readings to you guys. So I would love for you to stop by. That would be so awesome. So anyway, thank you so much, and have a good day, guys. Just as I said with the first group, those who picked the 3 of Swords, you are definitely brave to pick the 9 of Swords. Definitely go with your gut. Remember, go with your intuition. What is drawing your attention? So if you pick this card, don't just assume that's, oh, I picked the bad reading. It's not about a good or a bad reading. It's about getting correct information. It's about getting as much insight as you can to help yourself, and in this case, with your ex. So if you got the 9 of Swords, cruelty, then I would say, just overall, without having any other cards to go off of right now, I would say this was a toughie. This was a bad breakup. One of you, both of you, the situation itself, all of it was bad. Doesn't mean one of you was cruel. You don't have to take the word cruel quite literally, but the situation itself was like this picture. You have this figure and these swords coming and stabbing down. It is very anxiety-inducing, thinking about it, dwelling on it. The situation itself was very high tension. So if this was the card you picked, then it was definitely a heavy breakup, I would say. Again, without having any other cards. And that's okay, because we will get more information on your ex right now, whether it's because you want to get back together with them or you just want to end things with them, whatever the case is, we can get some more information to help you. But you definitely had some kind of hard breakup or something. The situation was tough. So let's ask, what is your ex's thoughts towards you right now? What is going on with them? What is in their mind? Well, another intense card, you got the Two of Cups. This is sort of, I mean, it's not the Lover's card, because that's literally the Lover's card, but this is the Two of Cups. This is love. This is soulmates. This is deep connection. This is literally, as you see with the figure here, one side is fire, one side is water, or even blood, if you will. You know, blood is pouring from their head, while the other one, it's flaming fire. So it is literally the coming of the masculine and the feminine, you know, the hard and the soft. This is the joining of two sides that belong together. So again, this is love. So your person's thoughts are very much focused on you being their other half. It's very intense. Actually, the cards I've been getting for these readings today are actually just very spot on, in my opinion, just because they've all been very focused on loving aspects. So coming from this, you know, coming for this ex-partner, you know, reading, I think it's very helpful. It's definitely insightful. So their mind is focused on their perspective that you are their person. They want you this badly. I mean, just looking at this card, whatever it invokes in you or makes you, however it makes you feel, that is how they feel. Again, regardless of whether they are, you know, you would say they're the fire one or the water one. It doesn't matter. But they are seeing themselves as your other half. So let's get their feelings. What are they actually feeling? If they're thinking you are their soulmate, basically that is their perspective, what are their actual feelings? This is actually pretty sweet. They, regardless of how heavy things were or whatever with this nine of swords, their feelings for you are very just earthy. They want to grow with you. They want to build things with you. They want to, as you can see, it's kind of hard to see, but behind this figure, you see like a field. And so this is them hiding almost their project, right? Like the field, like, you know, farming, for example. You know, they are hiding the farm that they have been working on, you know, their progress on some kind of project, you know, which in this case is you know, their feelings. It's very gradual. Maybe you guys broke up very quickly and you didn't really get to know each other, but maybe you're still in contact and this person is, their feelings are just steadily growing and they really see you as their other half. But this can also be that they want to build with you. They want to grow with you. They really want this relationship to work, because this is the Pentacles, right? And the Pentacles is the earth element. So it's focused on earthly things. So their feelings are very grounded in reality. Maybe things weren't as well at first with the Nine of Swords. Again, maybe you had a quick, hot and heavy relationship that just fell apart. But now it's like they want to take this more seriously. Or they feel that's what they didn't do last time. You know, let's get the next card. This will be their wishes. What are their wishes towards you? What do they wish for? Yeah, this is a confirmation of their very gradual, earthly, grounded emotions here of the Prince of Pentacles, and that is the Seven of Pentacles. So they just want you. They want to grow things with you. They want to see where things can go. They want to have you, to hold you, to make this something real. So I want you to think about this. This is something I mentioned with the other two readings, pile one and pile two. I mentioned whether you're in contact with your ex, this can certainly change how these cards can be viewed. So are you still in contact with this person? Because maybe they've talked about you being their other person. Maybe they're a little persistent about it. Again, whether that's toxic or not will vary for all of you. So do have that warning. Do be cautious and protect yourself. But if they are being very persistent on how they view you as being their soulmate, this is something that maybe you're starting to accept or something because of this gradual growth of their feelings. Maybe they're making really good suggestions and they really have some potent goals for the two of you. They're like, I'm already saving so we can get a house. I really want to make things up to you. Like, let's just go on a coffee date. Like, let's just start over. That's kind of the message here of the Prince of Pentacles. They really want things to work out. Basically, if we had gotten like, I don't know, the Ace of Wands or something like that, then this would have been something like they are very hot and heavy for you. They see you as their soulmate and they just want to jump into things. That could be, dangerous, right? It doesn't mean it's not a good thing, but it would just be that they are hot and heavy for you. But this is, they view you as their soulmate, but they're very earthly about it. They're being very realistic and practical. So you can kind of believe their perspective a little bit more, is what I'm saying, if that makes sense. But yes, if you are in contact with this person still, then looking at these cards, how does this resonate? In what ways have they maybe talked about you being their other half, or do you get that impression from them? Maybe they've suggested working on things together. Maybe you're friends right now. Things didn't work out, but you're just friends. But maybe they're really pushing for going on dates or doing very sort of, I don't want to say intimate, because it's not like it has to be intimate things. It could be, lighthearted things, but they are wanting to do things that will draw you closer together, bonding things. Hey, let's go kayaking. Hey, let's, do you want to help me with my garden? Things like that. There is this steady growth to the connection between you two and how they are feeling. So again, it's very grounded, and realistic. You can trust this, I guess, is what I'm saying, more than if this was like the Ace of Wands, for example. That's just an example I'm using, because that would be, they're very passionate in their emotions, and so you may not be able to trust that they think you are their soulmate. But this you kind of can, because they're taking things so gradual. They may be saying certain things about you guys, but they're very steady, very slow moving, very, it's very appropriate. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. They're very appropriate with how they're acting around you, what they're doing. And so this is all for the case of their wishes, right? The Seven of Pentacles. Now, I know this card says stagnation, and that's because they could feel that things aren't moving, or things are moving too slowly. Maybe you guys have been working on this already, regardless of this cruelty. There is this need to make the situation work. While their intentions, I suppose, putting that into this reading, their intentions are to really steadily grow things, and their feelings are growing for you steadily. There is this stagnation that they are trying to overcome. Their wish is to overcome stagnation. Because the general meaning of the Seven of Pentacles, right, is like growth, like investment, working the field, just like, there's a field here. So it's kind of like working the field, letting roots grow. But here you can see this hand sort of dropping the pentacles, and they're sort of hanging there by the roots, possibly dead. So this is something they're trying to overcome with you because, well, they care about you. And so they want this to work. So this is basically, before I end your reading, this comes down to you. Regardless if you're in contact with them and how this resonates exactly, right? Because your situation will certainly vary. what is the Seven of Pentacles for you? Did they try to make moves to, increase the connection between you? You can tell they're starting to like you more, or you guys are starting to work on things after whatever this cruelty was for you. In what ways would you say that they are trying to fix the situation? There is this stagnation, and you're probably aware of it. Or maybe it feels that way. And that is something they're wishing they could get over, that they could overcome. And so this is your reading, guys. I really hope this helped you. Please let me know down in the comments how this connected to you, what's going on in your situation. I'd love to hear about it. Otherwise, thank you for stopping by. Please shoot me an email if you would like to book a private session with me. That would be awesome. We could work one-on-one on whatever you'd like. Other than that, there is my PayPal. If you would like to tip me, that helps the channel out greatly. Otherwise, thank you so much for stopping by, guys. Remember the live stream this Sunday, the 26th at 6 p.m. Central. I would love for you to stop by so we can get some free readings and talk and just have some fun for an hour or whatever. That would be great. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you guys in the next video.